Well, happy Wednesday, March 23rd. I hope that you have a good day today or that you've had a great day if you're watching in the evening time. Our reading today is entitled Prayer Must Be a Flame. Verse is taken from Revelation 21, verses 1 and 3. The Apostle John was writing. He says, "Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth had passed away. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, 'Now the dwelling of God is with men, and he will live with them. They will be his people, and God himself will be with them and be their God.'" What a glorious day that is going to be when everything that we know changes. When there's a new heaven and new earth, and whether it actually means there's a total new planet, I don't think that's what it's talking about. But when there's a new system on this earth where there is no sin, where there is nothing but the presence of God and his holiness driving all of us in our holiness that's been given to us by receiving Christ. What a joyful day that will be, because God's going to be with us. We're going to be his people, and he is going to be our God. Not that he's not our God now, not that we aren't his people now, but the fullness of that will be true in our lives. E.M. Bound writes, "There are no creatures without devotion in heaven." So think about that for a second. In heaven, everyone is totally devoted. No matter what kind of creature it is, whether it's a human creature that's gone from earth to glory to heaven, or whether it's an angel or whatever else God has created in heaven, there is nothing there that is not full of devotion for God. Wow, that's a great thought. Everyone devoted to God. Everything devoted to God. God is there, and his very presence results in a spirit of reverence. Can you imagine what being in the fullness of God's presence must be like? We couldn't stand it this side of glory. But that day, the fullness of God's presence will be revealed to us. How special, how great, how awesome that is going to be. God is there, and his very presence results in a spirit of reverence. And if we would join them in heaven after death, we must first learn the spirit of devotion on earth before we get there. Yeah, we need to learn to be devoted. Don't you want to practice? I mean, practice makes perfect, right? I don't think that just because you don't quite make it this side of heaven to be totally devoted, that it keeps you out of heaven. But just think about what we miss when we're not devoted to God. These living creatures are the perfect examples and illustrations of true prayer. Prayer must be a flame. Prayer without fervor is like a sun without light or heat. It's basically worthless. The sun is made to give light. The sun is made to give heat. That's why God put it there. But if it's not giving off heat, it's not giving off light, then it's not doing what it was created to do. And if we as Christians are not giving our devotion to God, then we're not doing what we were created and born again to do. It says, only he who glows for God can truly pray. We have to be a fire for God. We must be. Our prayers without passion is like the sun without light. E.M. Bound's prayer for us today is, Almighty God, please set my soul aflame with fervor, so that I may shine brightly for all the world to see. Set my soul aflame with fervor for you, so that I may shine brightly for all the world to see. Let others see Jesus in us. That's what he's saying. Let others see Jesus in us. You be blessed, and I'll see you tomorrow. Be a blessing to someone else today.